Hey everybody, welcome to RhythmWorks. My name is Cole, and today we're going to talk about one form of the major scale. We're going to talk about pattern 4 of the major scale in one octave on the guitar or the bass. Okay, I would say the major scale's a pretty important scale since most of all the other scales are built off it, and it's really a good idea to get after that major scale early on, because the fingering's kind of a drag. It's not as user-friendly as the minor pentatonic scale is. It doesn't play well over minor chords right out of the gate. I don't think so. I think you need some major sevenths and some minor sevenths blended in there to make it sound kind of cool and jazzy. But in any event, I think it's good early on. I teach all my students right up front the major scale to their dismay, and hound them on it for a while. And they get it, it's pretty cool. So anyway, let's get rolling. So what we're going to do is we're going to build the major scale in one octave, okay? And without getting too deep into the theory, we want to try to keep the theory simple and have multiple videos, so that, because there's just too much information out there to absorb, and I find people get really confused. And really, we just want to know where I put our fingers and why we're putting our fingers where I put them. Okay, so let's start at the root. Okay, the first note of the scale is called the root. Okay, and let's start with our middle finger. Okay, we're going to play our place. In this case, we're going to start on the 5th fret. Okay, we're going to take our middle finger on the 5th fret. Okay, and that's going to be the first note of the scale. Okay, we happen to be in the key of A, but for now, that doesn't really matter that much. We just want to learn the form and give ourselves something to practice with. Okay, so here we go. 2nd finger, 6th string, 5th fret. Nice. Okay, our pinky on the 7th fret, on the 6th string. Okay, so what we refer to this as in the fingering pattern is a 2-4, because you use 2nd finger and your 4th finger. Okay, 2-4. Okay, as we match our fingers with our frets for numbering 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If you've seen my other video, I have a video on counting and numbering, blah blah blah, and setting your fingers up to match your fingers with your frets. That's very handy. You should check that out if you haven't. Okay. But for starters, here we go. 2nd, 4th finger on the low E. Okay. Now we're going to move on up to the next string. Okay, the 5th string, and we're going to use our 1st finger, and we're going to place it on the 4th fret. Okay. Then we're going to take our 2nd finger, place it on the 5th fret, and we're going to take our pinky, and we're going to place it on the 7th fret, on the 5th string. Okay. Then we're going to move to the 4th string, again with our index finger. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 frets, 4th string. Okay. Our 3rd finger is going to come down on the 4th string, on the 6th fret, and our pinky finally is going to land at the octave, okay, on the 4th string on the 7th fret. Okay, so nice and slow. 2, 4, fingering numbers. 1, 2, 4. On the next string, we move to the next string. 1, 3, 4. Okay, so as I'm teaching, when I teach my students, I try to get them in the habit. If I say 2, 4, they go. Okay, 2nd finger, okay, got it. 2nd finger, 4th finger, cool. I said, okay, next string, 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. Okay, and then the next string, 1, 3, 4. Okay, and what this pattern is going to build for us is the major scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, the major scale is very important. Okay, it's important to learn up front, as I said, because it takes a while to master and make sound good. Okay, and it is the root of all of the rest of the music, most of it. Okay, there are some, not much, but pretty much that's it. Okay, so and then we play different scales and modes and whatnot. But for now, we're just working on that form. Okay, so let's look at it again. Okay. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, 4 of the cage method. That's where it gets its number from. Story for another day, okay? But at the moment, we're just concerned in making it sound right. Okay? So, as we're practicing this, as we're becoming, as we become bored, and because it's tedious coming out of the gate, we want to work on our form, okay? Keep our fingers kind of bent. Work on our posture, okay? Keep our ears open, very important. I love playing scales over and over again. I think it's awesome. Even in their rudimentary form, before we start to solo, it's just cool, okay? So there you go. So we have the major scale. The major scale consists of 7 notes, okay? And as you're playing this, not to confuse you more with the fingering numbers, okay? But we want to count those notes in our head as we're moving up the major scale, okay? The first note, the second note, the third note, the fourth note, the fifth note, the sixth note, the seventh note, and the octave, okay? And the octave is the same note, okay, with a different tone, okay? 8 notes away in scale, octave, right? For octagon, okay. So there we have it, okay? So how would we practice this? When I first learned the major scale, it was like, it was hard to find someone to teach me how to play the major scale, and certainly how to use it. I mean, no one used it. We all play the minor blues scale, the blues scale, the blues scale. We got some riffs going, we're rocking and rolling, we're cool, we got some chords, we're good, And we do that for a long time until we go, maybe there's something else out there that I missed. And we discover the major scale and go, wow, this pattern is really tough to make useful. But it does work after a while. You can move your fingers around as you saw in the beginning, put it over a couple of chords and start to improvise, okay? So, let's look at it again, okay? And let's add an extra placement note to it, okay? So that we can actually put it up and down so it's in an even timing. Most stuff that we learn in the beginning is in 4/4 time, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want to keep things steady. And this way we can count this scale. If we add a note, as we come back down the scale, take our index finger, put it on the 4th fret, 6th string, back to the 1. Okay, go to the first starting position, the root. Okay. So we ascend the scale, and we descend the scale. Lots of different ways to manipulate it. Okay, we can ascend the scale and play the top note twice. So if we were counting, say, in 8 notes, okay, we get 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. We start over again, okay? But by adding this bottom note here, question, what note is that? This is the same note as this note, just an octave away. So it already exists in the major scale, it's just in a lower octave of the major scale. It's actually the 7th note, repeated again of the major scale. Okay, and this gives us our pattern 4 of the major scale. So then it makes it sound a little hipper, okay, as we're counting our 8 notes. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Okay, which definitely works out. Okay, so rewind the video. No one rewinds. Move the little cursor back, okay? You're gonna practice this a lot, okay? So you get bored and then you go, I guess I'll work on something else. But it's more often, as opposed to one big practice session, more little practice sessions I find are better on guitar, bass, and drums, for sure. To keep us up and running. Okay, so and remember that, here at Rhythm Works, I teach you how to play, not what to play. You're going to decide what to play, okay, as you cross the musical horizons, okay? You're going to figure out what's out there, and I try not to crush people's creativity by forcing them into a box and say, you have to learn it this way. I just want to teach you where to put there. We want to make sure that you're in the pocket, you got some good time, okay? And there you go, the major scale. Pattern 4 in 1 octave. Alrighty, thanks for coming. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you soon.